You can use the Write Checks window to quickly write checks and then apply the amount to one or more expense accounts. If the payment that you are making doesn't involve invoices or inventory items, then this is simply the easiest payment method to use. You can access this window by selecting Tasks and then choosing Write Checks from the menu bar. You can use this window to pay non-invoice bills or to write checks to vendors that don't have vendor IDs. It is basically a simplified version of the Payments window that allows you to enter check information without having to enter line item distributions. Enter the vendor ID of the vendor that is being paid into the vendor ID field. If you are paying a vendor without a vendor ID, then leave this field blank and just type the name of the vendor into the Pay to the Order of field. You can enter the address information for the vendor if they are not in your vendors list underneath the Pay to the Order of field if desired. If you plan on printing this check, then leave the check number field blank. Otherwise, fill in the check number of the check that you wrote to the vendor. Enter the date the check was created into the Date field. Then enter the amount of the check into the Dollars field. Enter the account number from which the check will withdraw its funds by using the Cash Account field. Enter the account that you will expense the payment to in the Expense Account field. If you need to split the expense between multiple accounts, click the Split button. This will open up the Split Transaction window. In this window, you can split the value of the check between multiple expense accounts if needed. Then click the OK button in this window to return to the check. You can finish by entering a description of the payment into the Description field. When you're finished creating the check, you can click the Save button in the toolbar at the top of the window to save the check. If you want to print the check, then simply click the Print button in the toolbar to open the Print Forms Disbursement Checks dialog box. Enter the first check number to print into the First Check Number field. If you want to select a different check form to use, you can click the Select Form button to open another dialog box where you can select the check form to use and then click the OK button. You can select what to replace the item ID with from the Replace Item ID with drop-down. When you're ready to print the check, just click the Print button to print the selected check.